Yes, yes, Wagwan. God bless you all, right? This is your boy, the Triple B, right here, talking about boxing, being real about boxing, exposing, okay? Yeah. Now, I took a 2-week break. Some people say because I went to Eritrea with Emperor Michael. That ain't the truth. Some people say I went to prison. You get me? Some people say the Triple B was in Maximum Jenkins's a little prison in a coffin, dressed up in leather. This ain't true, bro. Don't believe about it. I had to take a break. Why did I have to take a break? Because I'm sick of this shit, man. Sick of this shit. Now, the business of boxing, it is degraded so badly in the last 3 years, that it doesn't resemble what it used to. And we all know, like, pro boxing has been here, right? But look what's happened now, man. Look what's happened now. All it is, if you look at the scum, the Sun, or any other newspaper, and the only reason I do this is because these are the most read media in the UK. And all they do is talk about nonsense fights. Jake Paul, apparently. Mayweather vs. McGregor is allegedly happening again. Thor Bjornsson is going to fight Tyson Fury, the world heavyweight champion. And they do talk a little bit about a gay Jay vs. Usyk, but, I mean, it's where's the boxing? Where's the boxing? Where's it happening, man? Let me tell you this, man. You know who I blame for all this nonsense celebrity boxing stuff? Right? Yeah? Rocky Balboa. Look at Rocky Balboa 6 or whatever it's called. And he fights Antonio Tarver on a sort of scripted fight because, apparently, people be saying that Tarver, the heavyweight champion in the film, could get beaten by Rocky Balboa and they did a computer fight. Now, these kind of things have been going on for years, right? They had Muhammad Ali vs. Antonio Inoki, a Japanese wrestler, and he just spent the whole 15 rounds on his back kicking. It was whack. They've had other things like George Foreman, these 5 guys in one night. He knocked out the first 3, and then I think he struggled with the last 2. So it's not like new. But why is boxing being degraded suddenly so much? Yeah, why is this all about celebrity fights? E-stars, YouTube stars. All we've got, and then the so-called news. It's always talk. Daniel Cormier. I would beat Tyson in a fight. Ricky Hatton. Once I floored my son Campbell Hatton, age 14, doing a spar. Gay J says, it's, I want to fight for me and respect for me, yeah? You got Dillian White saying Tyson Fury's real name is Luke. That's been going on for years anyway. Where's the real news, man? There isn't any. And things have really turned bad in the last 3 years, man. Especially in the lockdown situation with the C19er. So suddenly, what you've got is a bunch of nutting fights. Now, there have been a few good fights. Don't get me wrong. But boxing just seems to have ground to a halt when it comes to a serious sport. It's all about now. How many pay-per-views? How much money can we get? And as I say, it's a business. So it doesn't really surprise me. But, everyone cares about Jake Paul, Hasim Rahman Jr., right? Which is a nutting fight. Mayweather, McGregor, another nutting fight. Yeah. Tyson Fury vs. Thor Bjornsson, the world's strongest man at some point. And it's become a circus. Man. And it's embarrassing. Now, the only reason I look at these rubbish tabloids like the scum, right, is because they reflect or rather, they indoctrinate people, right? The major people with what they're thinking. Yeah, the Scum is the most read paper in the UK. And, you know, it's garbage. It's garbage. That's not to say that any of the main papers are good, right? The Telegraph, garbage. You know, the Telegraph is supposedly a conservative broadsheet interested in politics, binny. And it still prints out articles like, oh, you know what you should give your family your wife for the birthday? You should give her a pass to get nutted by another man. Right? You got the Grown ad, the Guardian. I mean, that's the most pathetic paper of all. Anyone who believes that stuff, right? And because they believe that, honestly, they are the moral guardians of the universe, and they're made to feel better. And all they do is repeat what they read in a stupid ass paper. You know, it's pathetic how easy it is to manipulate people, right? And so now we've got the Gay J Usyk fight, announced a TV deal on Sky TV, right? Which is a Murdoch channel, Rupert Murdoch channel. You know, I don't know. Like all these guys, they're about 90 something. They all seem to live long. I wonder why. And even in the Sun, which is a Murdoch paper, they're like, oh, it's £26.95. Is that too high? But really, the reality is they're not really criticising it. They're not criticising it. What they're doing is getting views, getting eyeballs on this fight. And people go, yeah, it's disgraceful. Oh, but yeah, you know what? I'll still buy it. And they'll justify it in the end. They'll say, yeah, it's $26.95. But you get to watch the biggest rematch of all time, you know, with a rubbish undercard. Like I said, there's Zhilei Zhang vs Filip Bogovic on undercard. I'm interested in that fight. But you're talking about a 39-year-old guy called Zhang who got beaten by Gay J in the London Olympics. I think he got beaten by Camarelli in the one before it. And then, Hrgovic has just not done much, man. What's happening to the fights? Where are the fights happening? Right? Everyone, and there's so many heavyweights over 30 who are just sitting there waiting. Makhmudov, Joe Joyce. I like Joe Joyce. He's been frozen out, I believe. He's not part of the Illuminati stable. And these guys are just sitting there waiting for their big payday. And the champions fight once a year. Boxing is gone. Garbage. As I said previously, it's been many, many times in the last, 150 years when they've said, boxing's finished, it's not working, people aren't as tough as they were, all this kind of thing. But, I mean, for once, I believe it's become a celeb sport. Now, what you got to understand about boxing is, it's not like football. You can't suddenly start football and play for about 4 years, and play for a world championship team. You can't do that. You can do that in boxing, and there's a number of reasons. Firstly, football is played by many more people, right? And there are far fewer boxers in the world. There are far fewer boxers in the world. Also, boxing is about punch power, toughness, and skill, but mainly about punch power and toughness, right? So you get guys that are not that skilled at boxing who can do very well. Look at Anthony Mundine. He won the world championship after being a rugby player. Yeah. Look at, Audie Harrison. Audie Harrison won the gold medal after boxing for 7 years. Anthony Joshua similarly, and he became the biggest boxer, the biggest earning boxer of all time, even though he's just a PED, juiced up bodybuilder, right? So that's the difference with boxing. Boxing is a lot easier to manipulate, and there's only two people in the ring, plus the ref, and obviously the judges. It's very easy to corrupt, okay? It's like WWE. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. We've been fed a pig in a poke. What can we do about it? I don't know, man. Sometimes I just want to give up. What's the point, man? What's the point in following a fake sport that's been degraded, right? And who knows how many what's called fixes there are, or how much acting there is now. I don't know. I'm not one of those guys that thinks every fight is fixed, but I certainly think there is a degree of manipulation, especially with they'll let one guy juice, they'll let one guy have all the home advantages, they'll buy the judges, so it makes it difficult to beat the expected outcome. And this is, so when it comes to Gay J, Alexander Usyk, should Usyk beat him? Yeah, he should. I believe so. I believe he's more skillful. Yeah, despite his disadvantages in weight and power. Yeah, Gay J is just a huge behemoth, burly buck who hits hard. But at the top, that's all you need. Without his PEDs, Gay J would be top 50, top 100. Really, I mean that. You know what I'm saying? He's not that skillful. The power comes with his huge muscles. We're being fed a lie. Right? And the Triple B doesn't know where they can go on believing this nonsense, or following this nonsense. And I've been a boxing fan for years, since I was a kid, right? Since I was a young kid. And obviously it's very difficult to let go of something you've been obsessed about since you were young. But how can you carry on and watch this nonsense, man? Right? So what's going to happen with Gay J, Usyk? Some people say it will be deliberately fixed, so that Gay J wins. So you can say, I'm the 3-time heavyweight champion of the world. Then he fights Tyson Fury for the biggest fight ever. That's what I would suggest. Makes sense from a business perspective. But there's a lot of weird stuff going on, like his Dazn gone bust, his Matchroom gone bust. What's happening with Eddie Hearn? Maybe they're teaching Eddie Hearn a lesson because he tried to get out of the control of the Illuminati, right? Even though he and his dad are Masons, right? Clearly, right? They tried to go independent, so they're going to humiliate them, and everything's going to go back to Ben Shalom, Ben Shalom, and go back on Sky. So that's another possibility, but sometimes, honestly, I sit there and go, why do I even care about this sport anymore? Why do I even care about what happens, man? Because it's scripted, it's slanted, it's biased, it's a lie. Yeah, it's not. If you watch a reality shows like, I don't know, Jersey Shore or something like that, Big Brother or whatnot. Now occasionally the guys that took part in it, usually the lower guys will say, yeah, they scripted it. They told us to say this. They told us to do this because it would create drama, right? And create better TV and create ratings. Is that the same thing with boxing? I mean, when you've got hundreds of millions at stake, why wouldn't it be? Right? So, why would boxing be any different than WWE or Jersey Shore, right? Or Big Brother? And it's depressing to me, man, because the Triple B liked his boxing. He did like his boxing, man. But he has to be real. He has to be real.